Now that you understand emotional foundations, the world must shape their connection. Fantasy romance fails when the setting feels disconnected from the characters' hearts. Every kingdom, spell, and creature should influence their emotional journey. Magic can amplify tension, but it must never replace human connection. Political conflicts provide opportunities for subtle intimacy to grow under pressure. Shared danger often accelerates emotional bonds between believable characters. Imagine them trapped in a collapsing enchanted forest together. Their reliance on one another slowly builds trust and unspoken understanding. Emotional intimacy can emerge during moments of shared fear and vulnerability. Small gestures often speak louder than dramatic confessions of love. A hand offered in darkness can carry far more meaning than words. Silence between them can buzz with longing and unresolved desire. Subtext creates tension. Readers love to interpret and anticipate. Opposites attract, but friction makes their connection feel dynamic and alive. Perhaps one trusts prophecy, while the other distrusts all magical guidance. Conflicting beliefs force meaningful dialogue and deep character exploration. Their emotional journey becomes more compelling with each disagreement resolved. Emotional stakes grow when outside forces continually test their loyalty. Perhaps one's kingdom forbids them from being together entirely. Perhaps a curse threatens catastrophic consequences if they unite. These obstacles create suspense that makes their romance irresistible. Let every choice carry emotional weight tied to character development. Readers must feel the tension in every glance, word, and action. Avoid making romance convenient or detached from real consequences. Desire should evolve through shared experiences, not sudden attraction. Emotional growth makes the eventual union feel earned and satisfying. Small victories and setbacks add depth to their ongoing bond. Imagine a stolen moment on a balcony under magical stars. The world around them reflects their evolving emotional states. A storm could mirror confusion. A sunrise could signify new hope. Symbolic settings reinforce the emotional beats of the story naturally. Use backstory to deepen understanding of their fears and motivations, but avoid info dumping. Reveal past trauma subtly through actions. Emotional responses should feel consistent with their individual character arcs. Vulnerability reveals humanity, even amidst dragons, spells, or curses. Perhaps one confesses a secret during a perilous ritual. Perhaps another reveals a fear while watching distant armies approach. These moments strengthen intimacy without relying on dialogue alone. Physical closeness should follow emotional intimacy, not precede it. Emotional investment drives the reader's anticipation for romantic resolution. Dialogue carries subtext, showing internal struggle and mutual growth. Conflict should challenge beliefs, morality, and personal desires simultaneously. Characters should misinterpret intentions, causing believable tension and suspense. Resolution occurs gradually, not in a single, convenient declaration. Emotional arcs must evolve across chapters for authenticity and impact. Shared experiences forge a bond that feels earned and realistic. Emotional growth mirrors the challenges they face within the world. Readers must see the romance affecting both internal and external decisions. Perhaps one risks everything to protect the other from a curse. Perhaps they defy societal rules to honor their growing connection. Every obstacle highlights their compatibility and deepening emotional commitment. Avoid predictable story beats. Let surprises arise from characters' authentic choices. Unforeseen emotional challenges make the romance feel genuine and unpredictable. Growth comes from learning to trust, communicate, and forgive naturally. Emotional honesty strengthens the bond and reader engagement simultaneously. A misunderstanding can create tension while deepening character introspection. Internal conflicts often reveal values, priorities, and hidden fears. Emotional vulnerability builds credibility and reader empathy instantly. Every chapter should slightly alter their perception of each other. Readers notice subtle shifts in trust, affection, and mutual respect. These shifts make the romance feel alive and dynamic continually. Imagine one character sacrificing a magical power to protect the other. Moments of sacrifice heighten emotional stakes and deepen reader investment. Shared laughter, frustration, and grief all strengthen their authentic connection. Scenes should blend romance with adventure, danger, or fantastical intrigue. Avoid isolating romance. It thrives when entwined with the plot naturally. A forest fire, political coup, or magical duel can highlight trust. External threats often accelerate internal emotional understanding believably. Here's the secret. Many fantasy romance writers often overlook completely. The love story is not just entertainment, it can change everything. Their relationship should influence decisions, destinies, and even entire kingdoms. Love in fantasy becomes a force that alters the course of events. Perhaps two hearts choosing each other prevents a war from erupting. Perhaps their union breaks curses older than history itself. The romance becomes intertwined with magic, politics, and survival simultaneously. Stakes feel epic when love affects not only characters, but worlds. Readers sense that every choice carries both personal and cosmic weight. Emotional authenticity remains crucial, even amidst dragons, spells, and legends. True love in fantasy often requires sacrifice, courage, and difficult choices. Perhaps one must leave magic behind to save their beloved entirely. Perhaps distance becomes necessary to prevent disaster or heartbreak. Bittersweet moments add depth that happy endings alone cannot provide. Conflict, hesitation, and doubt make eventual union feel well earned. Readers crave struggles that challenge both hearts and moral convictions. Fantasy romance shines when love feels simultaneously impossible and inevitable. Character choices should emerge logically from fears, values, and desires. Avoid relying on destiny or prophecy alone to force attraction. Readers must understand why love exists naturally, not arbitrarily. Emotional growth should occur alongside external plot developments consistently. Perhaps they learn to trust one another while navigating treacherous magical lands. Perhaps they rebuild trust after betrayal or miscommunication subtly unfolds. Each challenge reinforces the reader's emotional investment and anticipation. Vulnerability reveals authentic humanity, even in supernatural settings. Honest confessions during perilous moments heighten intimacy dramatically. Emotional arcs should evolve gradually, reflecting internal transformation clearly. Small gestures can hold immense narrative and emotional significance. A touch, glance, or shared secret often defines romantic stakes. Subtext, silences, and reactions convey more than dialogue alone. Readers love interpreting unspoken emotions between well-crafted characters. Romantic tension must coexist with world building and plot seamlessly. Let external events amplify, rather than overshadow, emotional development consistently. Opposites create dynamic tension, showing how differences foster understanding. Perhaps one trusts prophecy, the other rebels against destiny entirely. Conflicting beliefs fuel dialogue, growth, and mutual respect authentically. Emotional stakes rise as obstacles become increasingly personal and meaningful. Their bond should transform both characters fundamentally by the story's end. Readers remember love that evolves alongside trials, not without consequence. Shared danger, grief, and joy accelerate emotional understanding organically. Moments of disagreement reveal flaws, priorities, and hidden vulnerabilities. Reconciliation strengthens both character growth and audience satisfaction naturally. Emotional complexity keeps the romance unpredictable yet believable consistently. Unexpected choices rooted in character authenticity surprise and delight readers. Avoid cliches where love resolves all conflict too conveniently or quickly. True transformation requires struggle, mistakes, and learning to trust fully. Every challenge faced together adds depth to emotional investment exponentially. Perhaps one sacrifices comfort, magic, or personal safety to protect love. Their relationship should feel like a living, evolving entity throughout the story. Readers connect with characters' courage to love despite overwhelming risks. Emotional courage is as compelling as any dragon, curse, or battle. The romance should drive character decisions that ripple through the world. Perhaps love inspires rebellion against unjust rulers or magical systems. Perhaps it sparks courage and hope in secondary characters quietly observing. Their union becomes a narrative engine affecting everyone around them. Readers feel invested because love carries tangible, meaningful consequences. Emotional stakes surpass mere passion or attraction dramatically. Characters should emerge as fundamentally changed people by story's end. Their choices should reflect growth, values, and lessons learned authentically. Transformation makes the romance memorable, not just enjoyable or entertaining. Secondary characters' reactions provide additional social and emotional context naturally. Opposition and skepticism highlight stakes, deepening the romantic tension effectively. Surprise resolutions, rooted in authentic choices, satisfy and delight readers fully. Emotional arcs should intertwine with magical, political, or adventure plots consistently. Readers care when romance influences both heart and world meaningfully. Every scene should answer, how does this moment? Have you ever wondered why some fantasy romances feel unforgettable instantly? Imagine falling in love with someone who only exists in imagination. Fantasy romance gives readers that impossible, thrilling, heart-racing experience. But writing it is far more challenging than it appears at first. You must balance magical worlds with genuine, relatable human emotions. Readers crave love that feels alive, even among dragons or wizards. Have you considered why some fictional couples linger in memory forever? It is not just their adventures, but their emotional journeys. Every glance, every choice, and every sacrifice builds deep connection. A strong fantasy, romance starts with characters, not plot or magic. You cannot fake emotional authenticity and still make it compelling. Their feelings must evolve naturally through shared experiences and conflict. Imagine two souls meeting across a war-torn, enchanted kingdom. Their initial spark is fragile, threatened by curses, politics, and destiny. That tension is what hooks readers from the very first page. Magic should enhance their emotions, not replace meaningful interaction. A spell cannot convey longing, fear, or quiet admiration alone. The most captivating romances are born from struggle and growth. Consider the reader as a silent witness to every emotional moment. They should feel the butterflies, the hesitation, and the yearning. Love in fantasy is amplified by impossible circumstances and high stakes. A stolen touch may feel more important than a king's decree. Emotional tension keeps readers leaning closer to each unfolding scene. Slow-burning romance is more addictive than instant love in stories. Desire must simmer, growing subtly alongside plot and character arcs. Conflict makes love compelling because obstacles reveal character depth. Perhaps one is cursed, and their love could destroy everything. Perhaps loyalty to a kingdom prevents their hearts from uniting. Perhaps magic itself conspires to keep them apart mercilessly. These challenges create emotional stakes readers cannot resist following. Every obstacle should test both heart and morality simultaneously. Romantic tension must feel earned, not manufactured for convenience. Readers sense when emotions are authentic versus artificially forced. Begin by understanding your character's deepest fears and desires. Know what they secretly hope love might heal within them. Understand what makes them vulnerable and what walls they hide behind. Emotional depth is the foundation on which every romance must rest. Without it, even magical worlds feel hollow and uninspiring. Ask yourself, why would these two people truly choose each other? Their connection must feel inevitable, yet hard-won simultaneously. Desire alone cannot sustain interest. Emotional resonance is key. Longing, hesitation, and miscommunication create layers of irresistible tension. Let readers witness subtle glances and unspoken words between characters. Those small moments can carry more weight than grand declarations. Emotional intimacy should precede physical intimacy to feel earned. Build trust gradually, showing growth through shared vulnerability and struggle. Readers engage with love that evolves naturally, not abruptly or conveniently. Consider how internal conflict adds texture to their growing connection. Perhaps fear of loss prevents a character from fully opening. Perhaps doubt about destiny forces careful hesitation before commitment. Emotional obstacles make every decision feel meaningful and suspenseful. Conflict and longing work together to create a story readers remember. Fantasy romance thrives when stakes feel simultaneously personal and epic. Let readers feel every risk, every hesitation, every quiet thrill. Their world must reflect emotional tension as well as magic. A storm can mirror confusion. Sunlight can reflect emerging warmth. Every setting element should amplify the romance without overshadowing it. Emotional authenticity transforms fantasy. Romance from entertainment to unforgettable experience. Characters' choices must emerge logically from their personalities and paths. Love is most compelling when it grows from shared challenges. Their attraction should clash with circumstance, creating irresistible tension naturally. Desire, fear, hope, and risk combine to fuel narrative drive. Imagine your readers holding their breath over every stolen glance. Imagine the thrill when love defies seemingly insurmountable odds. Every hesitation, every misunderstanding adds layers readers subconsciously crave. Begin with understanding the emotional core of both characters deeply. That core is what readers will carry with them long after reading. Magic and kingdoms are powerful, but love is the ultimate anchor. Emotional truth ensures that romance resonates beyond the page. Think of tension as a spell binding readers to your story. Longing and conflict keep pages turning, hearts racing, curiosity alive. The first step in writing